In this aspect, we view this launch as a step in right direction. As we all know, we are at the cups of new technology revolution. The pandemic, whether we like it or not, or we accept it or not, gently or harshly, the way we take it, has taught us to conduct business without physical movement with the use of technology. Even this inauguration is taking place through a webinar, which is an excellent development in the, actually we have to be thankful to the pandemic for that. And it saves a lot of time and cost for everybody. Technology has shown its power and importance and has transformed the business landscape forever. I feel we have taken a quantum leap of probably say 5 or 8 to 10 years in last few months in adopting digital ways of doing business, sustaining ourselves with new technology and other things. There is openness and willingness in institutions to adapt to usage of new technology. I think there is only one way for us to move forward from here. Now let me talk about the blockchain and to what extent it is used in securities market. We have seen blockchain as we have seen blockchain technology being applied by very few stock exchanges across the world. I mean, I'm not a technocrat, so I am not sure why this type of hesitancy in using this when it is being talked about one of the good tech tools for various, documentation and other things. But anyhow, SEBI had also recently issued a circular on August 13 on how blockchain can be used by market infrastructure participants in the securities market for security and covenant monitoring using distributed ledger technology. As Abhinav said, blockchain can provide features that can be used for showcasing data integrity for responsible sourcing in precious metals transactions. If we all can view in real time details on sourcing certifications or quality certifications, that would be an ideal scenario. We are very keen to know and to see how this kind of a blockchain system will work for the derivatives contracts for gold and for the upcoming gold spot exchange. Having a full view into all data with respect to quality and responsible sourcing for bullion can help regulators and other market participants to enhance integrity and uphold the reputation of the industry as a whole. Given the current concerns faced in the gold industry, mainly of trust and transaction traceability, I think introduction of blockchain would facilitate building trust in the precious metals commodities business. Maintaining gold bullion bar integrity is key to building trust in the gold ecosystem. The Indian Gold Delivery Standard is a technical standard, but does not have detailed aspects of responsible sourcing guidelines. Storing sourcing details and technical compliance information on a tamper-proof, traceable, secure data network would greatly benefit the overall gold industry. We are glad that market infrastructure participants are taking keen and active role in upholding the reputation of the Indian gold industry through adoption of technology such as blockchain, as well as adoption of stringent process guidelines such as the NSE refinement standards. Now let me talk about the way in which this system has been developed, that is by involving a startup. It is not common to see partnership with startups in solving such complex issues. At least that's what I understand when I interacted with few people that startups do not show that type of interest in this type of assignments. But I am very glad that NSE has taken this initiative in partnering with ChainFlex, which is definitely a refreshing note to Indian startups in the tech arena. I compliment ChainFlex for working with NSE and India Gold Policy Center in the development of this platform. As Mr. Abhinav said, compliments are due, and I acknowledge IGPC for their persistent effort in driving this idea and work till it gets implemented. Now, as I said, this is a new technology, so it is bound to have certain challenges. But what is the way forward? As we all know, no technology can be completely proof. We see this system as an improvement over existing technologies as well as the setting up of a new framework for data traceability in the gold value chain that is not present currently. For NSE, being the first is great, but it brings in a lot of more responsibilities and challenges. More so when NSE is working on a system that has not been tried and tested by any other exchange in India. But as I said at the beginning, NSE has got many feathers in its cap and have pioneered many things in the securities market. Therefore, I am hopeful that NSE, along with its partner Chainflex, will be able to establish the use of blockchain with reliability, robustness, usability, and market acceptability. The success of this will enable further innovation in the securities market, substantially downsizing the intermediaries charges, resulting in reduction of overall cost for investors and facilitate use of doing business. With these few words, I would like to hand over to Mr. Abhinav to make this platform open and looking forward to its working and the benefits for the value chain participants. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a very short video which just showcases a couple of screens of the solution as well. I will just play that video now. So here are a few of the screens that are shown. And those are the couple of screens that are shown on the actual system. Now I'd like to hand it. Now, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, it's clear. Thank you so much, sir. Like you had mentioned, this is new technology. It is not, no technology is completely foolproof. And there is some starting point that is needed for all these kind of new technologies. Also, like you said, this is an auspicious time, not just for starting new endeavors, but also for gold as well, with many people buying jewelry during this festive occasion. Like you said, it can bring in a lot more challenges. That is what with this kind of new blockchain system, which is being implemented, very few instances around the world where it has been implemented. And given current problems with looking at data integrity as well as trust in the ecosystem, certainly introduction of blockchain can make a big difference, especially by adding details around looking at data around responsible sourcing as well as the India Good Delivery Standard. However, it is we need to wait and see what is the reliability, usability, and market acceptability, which we will keep you updated over the next few months. I would like to hand it over to Mr. Ravi Varanasi to say a few words.
Thanks, Abhinav. Mr. Sundaresan, Biggies from the bullion world, IBJA, IGPC, Chainflex, and other refiners and bullion dealers and who are present in this on this occasion. Thanks for joining us when we are launching this particular initiative. Obviously, blockchain is an important technology which has huge amount of potential, particularly bringing in transparency. NSE has always been at the forefront of using technology for market innovation. So we have always deployed technology to ensure that the markets become easy for people to access, as well as use markets for their own purposes. In gold market, transparency has always been a bit of an issue. So this initiative, which we have worked with Chainflex, IGPC, and is a step in that direction to bring in transparency using blocks, distributed ledger, where they can enter data, transfer the data, and look at the data through the value chain from security point of view, quality, authenticity, sourcing. Obviously, sourcing is an important area of. So to the extent the sourcing and to the extent this initiative is going to be the first step. I'm not saying this is something dramatically changing the face of the market, but it's an important first step in bringing transparency into the entire bullion ecosystem. So we believe while we have introduced NSE Gold good delivery standards for gold, we wanted to ensure that it is supplemented by a technological intervention which will enable us to monitor and share the data in an instantaneous way, which is authentic and which doesn't really require a centralized bookkeeping. That's where we looked at various possibilities, and luckily for us, both IGPC and IBJA and Chainflex have come together, and Chainflex has been working in this area for quite some time. Possibly one of the startups which is dedicated to one gold industry's transparency area. So that really kind of inspired us to work with them. And we are very happy with the solution which has been brought in. This is as I said, this is the first step. We are starting with our derivatives market, but as Mr. Sundaresan also has mentioned, the next step obviously involves the domestic bullion exchanges being set up under the auspices of SEBI, which will happen in the next couple of months. Once the domestic bullion exchange also is in place, India good delivery standards need to be monitored, and the entire value chain need to have a visibility into the sourcing onwards till the bar is produced and it is available in the market. The entire value chain is going to be monitored using this technology. And the second stage, once the domestic bullion exchange is in place, we'll have to really figure out how exactly we can extend this one to the retail market. Can we do this? I'm not sure at this stage. Obviously, there are a significant number of issues. As long as the bullion bar is within the vault, it is easy to manage. But once the bar is out of the vault, how do we ensure that ultimate customer has visibility right up to the sourcing is one area which we have to apply and figure out a solution. Again, bringing transparency and bringing confidence and building the confidence in the entire gold value chain is critical, right up to the customer. That's where possibly we'll have to apply our mind, find innovative solutions which will enable investors to use gold as an important asset class in electronic form. So that's where I think we'll have to spend our time, and I'm sure Chainflex and IGPC will work with us, and IBJA obviously is an important partner throughout this journey. I thank all our partners for enabling us to do this particular, take this first step. And I thank Mr. Sundaresan for coming and inaugurating this particular initiative and encouraging us with his kind words. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi. Thanks for your words. Thanks for your remarks. Just to quickly summarize, like you had mentioned, this kind of a system is a first step. It cannot dramatically change the market, but it could potentially solve for issues looking at transparency, traceability of data in the value chain, as well as looking at sourcing, purity, authenticity of the bars. And right now being implemented in the derivatives segment, and potentially looking at the domestic exchange as well as retail market, depending on the frameworks in place. Like you said, it can enhance the kind of transparency as well as confidence in the entire gold value chain, in not just for Indian B2B or B2C customers, but also globally. It can enhance the visibility for Indian gold. As you rightly mentioned, the NSE refiner standards as well, is a very stringent process, which combined with this kind of a digital stringent blockchain system, can provide this data integrity and data traceability across the value chain. I would like to now hand it over to Mr. Sudesh from India Gold Policy Center at IIM Ahmedabad, thanks to whom a lot of this got started and a lot of this has progressed very far. Sudesh?
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Sundaresan, thank you so much for inaugurating today. This has been a journey, mutually learning from each other and working towards the common goal of creating a system of trust. So we started working with Chainflex on the subject from early 2018. So developed white paper on its functionality, had multiple deliberations with the trade. We looked at the willingness. We also looked at the willingness of the trade to accept this transition from what we call as a bilateral trust to a technology-driven trust mechanism. And as we discussed and over various forums, was very heartening to see how welcoming the trade at large has been. Although it actually came as a pleasant surprise. We were honestly expecting a lot of resistance, but the interest to bring in the change within the whole ecosystem was very heartening and was very encouraging to all of us. We are very thankful to Mr. Ravi Varanasi and Mr. Nagendra Kumar for hearing us out when we discussed this in 2019 and committing the time and resources to pilot and explore it. And when they agreed to use it and on the derivatives segment to start with, it only helped us validate that we are on the right path. Thank you, sir. Thank you, IBJ, Mr. Mehta, Prithviraj Kothari ji, Mr. Ketan Kothari, with whom, and Mr. James Joes, Sanil Kansara, with whom I had multiple deliberations on the subject. And their inputs have been very, very important to bring in various modifications across various time periods. I would say since 2018, the number of changes we made to the paper, the document has been significant. Well, as Mr. Varanasi said, this is the first step. We are looking more to be added on to this. This spot bullion exchange would be should be the next ideal one. There are more opportunities. If I had to look at, I'm really keen about taking this forward even on digital gold area as well. For bullion, is this new? Well, although we started it in India, we started discussing this much in advance than any other country. I need to say that. But the Indonesian government is using a blockchain-enabled gold bullion system now for the retail customers to directly buy or sell trade in gold. The DMCC in Dubai is building a large refining and vaulting facility with all data recorded on blockchain to showcase to the stakeholders. And I also understand the UK Royal Mint is issuing a collectible gold coins with certifications present on blockchain system. So the world is eventually moving towards that. And glad we are also running parallel with them, starting it off in a much larger scale than given the kind of consumption that India actually has and the kind of volumes that India actually does. Because you look at bullion, my estimate has been imported bullion changes hands about 8 to 11 times before it goes in for fabrication. On average, I'm saying. So, somewhere there's a potential for it getting lost, and the system is something that's going to build in that trust and integrity. So, look forward to how to making the real success, and look forward to this partnership with the trade, IBJA, and all the bullion dealers and jewelers to make this real success. Best wishes, Abhinav and the Chainflex team.
Thank you so much, Sudish. Thanks for your kind words. Like you said, India is taking the first step at a much larger scale, given that Dubai at DMCC is is starting to create now a refining vaulting facility using blockchain. The Indonesian government and is looking at a blockchain backed as well as the UK Royal Mint. And like you said, there is since the bullion might change hands 8 to 11 times, there is a need to look at the integrity of data for that bullion. And it is indeed a good kind of an exciting time in the Indian, or a time of flux also, you could say, in the Indian gold industry, with the upcoming spot exchange and latest technology being implemented across the world as well, including other countries such as Dubai. I would like to hand it over to Mr. Surendra Mehta from IBJA to paint a picture on the larger vision of IBJA, the trade, and in the Indian gold trade. Mr. Mehta.
Thank you, Abhinav. Sundarashan sir, Ravi Varanasi sir, Mr. Nagendra, and all dignitaries from the bullion and jewelry industry. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to give the vision for the next 10 years for this industry. We are a 102-year-old organization, and we have witnessed a lot of changes. I have been here now for about 10 years, and I myself have witnessed the complete transformation of the gold industry. I remember in 2015, when our current RBI Governor, Shri Shaktikanta Das ji, when he visited, when he joined one of our conference in 2015, when he was with the Ministry of Finance, DEA. At that time, he visualized why there should not be a bullion exchange, and he announced a bullion exchange in our conference, India International Bullion Summit, way back in 2015. From there on, we all started working, and with the help of Sundarashan sir, now we are seeing the bullion exchange really seeing the coming up, and people are awaiting. Believe me, I'm getting at least 10 calls every day, because every jeweler, every bullion dealer want to understand what this EGR is, what this bullion exchange is going to be, and how it is going to affect our industry. And in fact, some of the participants who wants to be clearing member of this industry have already started approaching the jewelers, which are almost 5 lakh jewelers in this country. So the industry is getting transformed. I think Niti Aayog report, which was presented in 2018, was very important report for all this thing. We have witnessed bullion exchange, spot exchange. We have witnessed international. Now we are witnessing international bullion exchange also. The GIFT City is about to set up the LBMA standard gold refinery. So a lot of changes are happening. As Sudesh said, a lot of transformation, a lot of transparency will also happen in terms of digital gold, SIP gold. When I was a child, I'm just becoming emotional. When I was a child, I always used to think that when my daughter will get married, from where will I give gold? How will I accumulate gold and give gold to my daughter? So I think we are moving towards those era, and we all needs to be realistic that gold is an essential part of our day-to-day life. That is why I think 3 years back, our finance minister announced this gold as an asset class. We never had official data available with us as to what this industry is all about. I would like to thank World Gold Council, IGPC for providing all this data, and some of the agencies like Metal Focus, who have really helped us and have provided the data. And this data has helped us for the transformation of gold industry. Very rightly said by Ravi sir, purity, authenticity, transparency is the key to success. Believe me, from the day hallmarking and HUID is implemented in the gold industry, the customer confidence has increased so much that there is a footfall of more than 2.5 times the pre-hallmarking arena in every shop. This is how the industry is growing. I think we need to understand, we all have basically understood that transparency is the key factor, and making customer fully transparent and aware about as to what he's buying is the important thing for the development of our industry. I visited China along with Ravi sir and Nagendra sir, we visited Turkey, we visited London, and we all realized that we have not even covered the 2% or 5% of the total industry which we can have. I was amazed to see that Shanghai Gold Exchange has 79,000 tons of turnover, though their consumption is only 1,000 tons. So this is the potential Indian market can have, and I'm telling you, believe me, the entire world is now looking at Indian market in Asia continent, basically, because India is going to outperform with International Bullion Exchange, International Standard Refinery, spot exchange, and whatnot. IGPC has really played a very, very important role in making government understand as to effective policy for the growth of the industry. I believe that next 10 years are going to be for the gold, though our consumption may increase by, say, about 10 or 15% as far as gold is concerned. But I think that is going to develop our industry in a much bigger way. We are becoming matured, and we will continue to become more and more matured as far as this industry is concerned. I see a very, very good future, and I see even the export starting. As far as bullion export also, I see that this export is also starting soon from the industry. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. That was very enlightening, and it was great to hear that it from such an esteemed organization as well. Like you said, purity, authenticity, transparency would be key to success, and there is so much of activity going on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, IBJA, for supporting this platform. I would like to now invite the NSE refiner standards onboarded refiners to say a few words, starting with Mr. Ketan Kothari from Augmont. Sir, are you online?
Yeah. Hi, Abhinav. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. And once again, congratulations to the entire industry. I think it is a great day for this unique initiative. Not too many people in the world have actually adapted this technology. And we believe that technology is the key to any revolutionary change in any industry. And we at Augmont too have seen and embraced technology. We have been the pioneers, whether it is the launch of the Spot platform in 2008, where physical delivery can be given anywhere in the country with a click of a button to all the jewelers, or whether it's the launch of the first ever digital gold platform, or the recently launched Augmont Gold for All, which is a completely integrated gold ecosystem for everything related to gold. So we've seen how technology has actually helped the industry. It helps the entire ecosystem. It saves money. Like, for example, the Spot platform itself has helped jewelers save from the clutches of all the brokers who used to default every year, and that has gone away because of direct to jewelers selling. And we believe the use of blockchain as a technology will help the industry in various initiatives, whether it's trade finance or solving the problem of fake bars or traceability of bars. And I think it's an excellent initiative, and good luck to everyone. I once again congratulate NSE and Chainflux, as well as SEBI, IIGC and IBJA for all their efforts over the years. It is only because of the entire industry coming together and supporting this initiative that we have seen the reality today. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ketan. Like you said, Augmont has indeed pioneered multiple initiatives in the gold industry, being at the forefront of technology adoption. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I would,
and good
thank
luck.
you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to ask Mr. Gaurang from Gujarat Gold Center to say a few words. Mr. Gaurang.
Yeah. Hi, Abhinav. Hi, Abhinav.
Yeah, hi.
Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I can hear
Good
you.
evening. Yeah. Good evening to everyone. I think Mr. Kothari has already, searched a lot of things and told about a lot of details. But I also want to say something that we as a refiner have, always taken a long-term view of what benefits the overall gold trade in India has, and at the same time, what is beneficial to our customer and a stakeholder. We have seen a surge in demand for gold these past decades, and we have explored new technologies such as blockchain, and look at the ways in which we can incorporate that into our refining business. Blockchain has seen a lot of uptake globally, with many firms offering a blockchain-based gold in Switzerland and Asia. We believe that initiatives such as the NRS and the blockchain can elevate the position of Indian refined gold in terms of quality and purity of a bullion. We are looking forward to see how this kind of a blockchain system can aid in our business, and also for the Indian refining industries as well. So I think all the very best to NRS and a beautiful technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gaurang. Thank you. As you said, potentially the NRS and there has been multiple applications across the world, and here it can elevate Indian-made bullion to best in the world in terms of quality, purity, authenticity. I would like to hand it over to Mr. Manish from MD Overseas. Mr. Manish, are you online?
Yes, and good evening, everyone.
Hi, Manish. Hi.
And congratulations, Abhinav, and congratulations to the entire NSE team for launching this kind of a platform. This has been a truly major change in our industry, and we as a company are actually very excited to see this kind of a change. And as rightly pointed out by some of our esteemed extreme members, the lot of complexities and the transparencies which had been issues would now be resolved, and this kind of technology is surely going to succeed, right? And the Indian gold industry has changed dramatically. So there has been a lot of products which have been introduced, such as options, 1 gram contracts, and digital gold, right? And gold being a very popular asset class, whether it be jewelry or a debat version of gold. So with this, I would like to conclude that we as a company are looking forward to it and very happy to embrace it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. Thank you. You're right that it could indeed help the bullion industry kind of adopt technology in a much quicker way. Mr. Vidit from Kundan, which was the last NRS onboarded refinery on this platform. Unfortunately, he's away on a personal matter and hence won't be able to attend. However, he has sent his best wishes and looking forward to working on the system. With that, I would like to quickly share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. With that, I would like to conclude, provide a few concluding remarks. So this brings us to the end of this launch event. Thank you so much for everyone for taking the time during this holiday season. Happy Navratri and Dussehra in advance. And thanks for attending this virtual event. It has, like we said, it has been a long journey over close to 3 years. Thank you so much, Mr. Sundareshan, for taking the time and inaugurating the event. Thanks to Mr. Ravi, Mr. Nagendra, Ms. Susie, Ms. Meghna from NSE. Thanks to Mr. Sudesh and Professor Sahai from IGPC. Thanks to Mr. Srikanth Pandit, from whom worked closely with Mr. Sudesh as well. Thanks to IBJA. Thanks so much to Mr. Surendra Mehta for his really enlightening and passionate words as it came out in his speech. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the NRS onboarded refiners, Augmont, MD Overseas, Kundan, as well as the Gujarat Gold Center. And thanks to everyone else, Mr. Anil, Mr. James, and everyone else for attending and supporting this initiative. We will keep everyone updated on the progress of the system, as well as other initiatives, as we had mentioned in a brief roadmap by different participants. Thank you so much again. Happy Navratri and Dussehra.
Thank you, Abhinav. Thank you, Sundaresh sir.
Thank you, Abhinav. Happy Navratri to each and everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.